When he was 12 years old, the assistant director of the group home told him to gather his things. Again, he sat on the bench seat of a white van with a home logo on the side, and he watched the fields of soybeans and corn stalks with sullen eyes as he was driven from the sleepy, brick street town of Greenwood to his fifth foster home. Moving northwest and closer to the great river, to the fringes of Clarksdale, the once bustling delta hub of trade and commerce that now wore the family faded expressions of days gone by. His eyes changed when the van pulled into a dirt driveway that led to a two-story home, a white antebellum with a porch stretching across the front on the bottom and top floors. Flaking paint on the sun side and vines hanging in baskets along the porch with their twisted and green tails swaying in the wind, a woman sat in a rocker and she rose to meet them. She wore work gloves and she pulled them off and tossed them on the ground as she approached the van, as if readying herself for whatever may climb out. She took him to his upstairs room and opened the dresser drawers to show him where he could put his things, and he told her there was no use. "I won't be here long enough to mess up the covers on the bed." "Sure you will," she answered. "No, I won't," he said, a 12-year-old certain of the workings of the world. "Are you going to run away?" "I don't know. Are you?" "Because unless you run away, this is where you live now." "Yeah, so you think." "So I know," she said. "You don't know nothing," he said, and he walked out of the bedroom and down the stairs and out into the backyard. She stood at the window and watched him between the slits and the curtains. He did not stop in the backyard, but crossed it and walked out onto the dirt road that ran on and on between the rows of cotton. The sun high and a short shadow followed him, and she did not chase. She stood in the window and watched until he was nearly out of sight, and she was one step toward the door to run after him when he stopped, a tiny figure in the distance. He stopped and stayed in the same spot for several more minutes, and she could not know that he was talking to himself, telling himself, "I don't want to do this no more. I don't know why I can't have somebody." With the space between them, she could not have noticed that he looked back at the big house and said that place right there don't want me neither, and that woman can't catch me. I'm going to take off running and she won't never catch me. Won't nobody.